And that's a really strong way to finish the season.
100%. Yeah, really, really happy for the group. Obviously, funky week. And really weird week. I don't remember the last time we've played the final game of the season knowing you can't really move and there's not really much at stake other than just get through healthy. So I clearly wanted to play well, but with bigger things at stake next week. And Ali and Steph out, and then obviously Tegan was a really late out. And that was probably the one we were most worried about because we figured Tegan was going to play a pretty important role on a couple of their style guards. And then she was a late out. So we're playing rotations and roster constructions that we've never played with before our practice, and to have played as well as we did, we're really, really pleased.
You must be stoked for your kids.
Yeah.
Time and his stuff.
100%. Yeah, obviously, Jay shot the lights, haven't played elite. Like, again, the elite defender, but made all the shots. Alita Fotu's last month has been really, really impressive. KJ's been really good for a long period of time and then made some shots tonight, which was really impressive. Like, you've told us pre-game that, again, ignoring the outs, if Alira and Jaya and KJ were going to play like that, like, okay, we're a shot here. And we needed every point they gave us tonight.
A history-making season for her and
yep.
a history-making person since she's got to this club. And no one's got a triple-double in 17 years at this club. And only 4 people have done it in club's history. It's a pretty big moment for this organisation.
That's why you're pestering me at halftime about please let her get it for a change, because I reckon I've killed about 4 of them you could have had just this season alone. The best defender in your year has been me subbing you out, so I apologise for that. The kid's elite, and obviously she's sitting right there. Just a workhorse, and the ability she's so malleable in terms of you can move her anywhere you need to in the roster. So obviously no Ali tonight, she becomes your de facto point guard. So we obviously play her in a really funky big lineup. So we can use her as a big and a guard at the same time. So we can always essentially have 4 guards on the court and 2 bigs. That's pretty rare. But then obviously we played Townsville earlier this season with no Chiba, and then Ali Wilson broke a nose and we moved her to point guard. And then again tonight, no Ali Wilson, Cool Maley will play a bit more of the 1 and hence the assist numbers. You can just kind of move her anywhere 1 through 4 and she'll excel. And then luckily we subbed her back in, she got a rebound, she didn't ping an ankle, touch wood, and we got her back out again.
From an MVP perspective, this puts even more pressure on to win it. Raise the votes. What did you put in before this game? Have you voted already?
I've voted already.
So
yes.
It might be everyone that's voted already, which means that this one might not count.
Yes, maybe not, but I think her body of work, and again, in fairness, Borlays and Woods are both elite, and Holmes, it's a really tough crew. So whoever wins it, the 3 or 4 that are close are going to be super unlucky. Clearly, we would speak with a bias with who's really important to their roster. We can't rebound without the kid. And then again, the ability to play big and guard is just huge. The ability to get triple doubles. Again, in fairness, had I not subbed her out so many times this season, she'd probably have 4 of them so far this year. Clearly, we speak with a bias, but we wouldn't trade Maley for the world.
You realised, I reckon, during the game that you were on triple double watch?
I didn't know until right at the very end. Yeah, one of the coaches told me, and I was like, "Oh no way! Who would have thought it was the rebounds that was letting me down?" Come on.
You weren't in a position to rebound a lot of times tonight because you weren't passing and you're further from the basket at different points. Did you sense that you were having more assists than a normal game, mate?
No, not really. I think honestly, I don't think it really matters where I am on the floor. I think sometimes the ball just doesn't come your way, rebounding. So I don't think it really changes all that much. And then the passing stuff, again, I'm kind of going downhill as a 4-man anyway. So it's not. I didn't really feel like there was that much difference. I just, remembering what to do when I come off on balls was okay, what are the reads here? But no, it was good. Yeah.
It's a historic moment for yourself, historic moment for the club, and for the league. Not many people do it. What does it mean to you?
Look, I think over my career, this is my 8th season in the league, I've been through so many ebbs and flows of things that I'm good at, things that I'm bad at, things that I need to work on, and I work really, really hard. I do, I really do, and I try really, really hard. So I think that sometimes it's cool to be able to see some of the skills that I do work on and seeing them kind of actually work, because there's so many times I try stuff that it just doesn't work. But yeah, I'm never chasing stats anyway. That's not really something that I do. That's not something that I've ever done. I'm just trying to try really hard, and I would like to, every year I play in the league, get better at something, and not just stay complacent at, being a good rebounder. I want to continue to work on my shooting, my ball handling, my passing. Like, that is something that I want to continue to do, and I will in all the off seasons and stuff. But I mean, like, let's be honest here. Like, if I didn't have teammates that were shooting the piss out of it, and then bigs that I could just throw it up to and they just catch the ball because they're 12 feet tall, we'd be having a completely different conversation, I feel.
You've won one of them before, as in what you won MVP before. Is this a better personal season, do you feel?
Well, first of all, I'm on a winning team. And second of all, I personally think that Izzy Borlase has had a fantastic season. I would be really surprised if she doesn't take home the whole thing. I think she's been fantastic. But for me, I just feel like we have such a good team. So I feel like I've been able to play basketball in a really more controlled and more productive way. I think it's my most productive season in terms of like I'm shooting better shots and I'm making better decisions. I think that year where I did win it, I wasn't like, we weren't a championship contending team and I was just shooting some ridiculous stuff and hoping that it went in. But I feel my basketball IQ is much better this year than it has been in previous years. So yeah, no, I think as a basketball player, I am growing every year. So I do think that I'm playing better, but again, I'm playing on a winning team, and that's the part that's more exciting for me. Like, being individual accolades is fun, but not if you're losing,
You've talked about how your ability to handle mistakes has got better over the years. If you hadn't made the mistake down there and missed the layup and got your own offensive rebound, you wouldn't have got the triple double. It's amazing how crazy it was, because that was the rebound that you did.
Yeah, that's the one. And when I think about my missed layup later, which I will, I always go home and watch the games, and I'll watch that and I'll cringe and I feel a type of way. But yeah, like I said, mistakes is a part of the game. I get it wrong more than I get it right. So it's, yeah.
You had the biggest grin on your face when she scored.
Oh my God, it's so good. Well, here's the thing: is not a single one of us are surprised that she's out there doing that, because she does it to us at training. I said that like in my post-game interview. Like, Jaya works so hard and she hoops and scores on us at training every single day. So like, yeah, like I'm just so happy that she was like able to show everybody else, and it's a testament to the league, but it's also a testament to our team, because like she's like we've been knowing that she can do that. Like, she, like, as soon as she believes in herself, like, it's going to be a different story,
Patience is a virtue, isn't it? You've had to wait, and now you've had a game. You've not just scored, you've had a game.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, seeing one go in obviously helps, but like the support from my teammates. And like, I just went out there and I was like, I need to try really hard and do all the little things, and the rest kind of just came to me.
Watching you and Lyra and Kiana all warming up an hour before the game, there were big grins on your faces. Like, you looked and you had energy as you were running around. Like, you could tell you were all going to be important to this game. At that point, you obviously knew as well, because you were up and about. Like, what's it like when you find out 3 players aren't playing and you're going to have a lot of time on court?
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, but it's exciting, and like that's why we do it. And I love the game, and I have the support around me, and like the team is awesome, and like really it was just fun.
You're playing with superstars everywhere. Like, what's the experience been like for you to be a part of this group and now contribute to it?
Yeah, I've learnt so much off the court, on the court, how to be a good teammate, how to support other people, how to play. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
And how big's the gap between what you thought it was going to be and what it actually is now that you've done the hard yards and now you've got to where you want to be by having an impact?
Yeah, I think not every game's the same, and tonight I got lucky in a sense, but like getting the opportunity I did, that doesn't happen every day, so I'm glad I made the most of it, and yeah.
Brian, you feel ready for finals now?
If we're not ready by now, I don't know when we're ever going to be.
You've done it, like, you've got rid of potential injuries today by resting players, and like, you've wanted to be fresh all year. You've planned this really well, it feels like. Has everything come in fruition from everything you would want to do other than finish on top?
Yeah, it's as close as we could hope for, certainly. And as always, you got to get some luck along the way. But we've planned it fairly well. We've got some luck along the way. Some things have broken right. Some things broke wrong early. But certainly, like, we feel like we're as prepared as we possibly could be. Doesn't guarantee anything, it all still comes down to this. You have to win 4 games, and the 4 games that matter haven't started yet. So let's wait and see what happens next week.
Guys in the Zoom, ask them questions, please.
Hey, Ryan, it's just Seb from AAP.
Hey.
Obviously that win today, how kind of important do you think it is, just in terms of going to finals next week and needing to get a win and keeping that momentum going?
Yeah, it was one we probably debated a lot during the week, because the first priority was get there healthy. Clearly we want to get there in form, and we played so well against Southside and then really well against Bendigo, especially considering it was day 9 on the road. That's normally the game you just lay an absolute egg because you're just desperate to get home. So I've played really well in those 2 games and then come home for a game that didn't really matter in terms of ladder position. Can we get through healthy? Can we maintain form? Can we just get through it? Can we not show anything too important? There was a lot going on. Then even in game, some of the rotations are really funky because we're trying to win the game if we could help it, but get through healthy and then keep the 4 starters that we regularly have under 30 minutes. We kept them all to 29 and under. So really tough from that side of things, but just get through it. If we can play well, great. Win, lose, draw, whatever. But can we get through healthy was one, and then if we can win it and play well, great. But get through healthy was the priority.
Something you kind of touched on a little bit earlier with that Tegan Graham was a late out for you. Do you kind of expect her to be back next week for finals, or is that kind of up in the air?
Yeah, no, she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. It was just an illness issue. So one that came through super late. We found out at 11 o'clock this morning that she was out. So one that caught us off guard, clearly, like we'd planned on her playing all week, especially against their 3-guard combo that are all really tough and obviously one of them completely got off the chain. So we expected her to play. Obviously she was laid out. We expect she'll be fine for next week.
In the previous game, Paul Goris and Jade Melbourne kind of asked a little bit about the WNBA and the CBA that's going on there, and how that could potentially either see players leave the league or not attract some of that international talent that the league kind of has right now. I was just kind of wondering, what are your thoughts on that, and are the Perth Lynx kind of having conversations about where they're kind of looking to get stars from moving forward into the next month?
I've not seen what Gori and Jade said, so I don't really want to comment. I'm sure you've seen it, I haven't seen it. So obviously we alluded to the fact earlier in the season with Han Shu. We think going forward, there's some issues going on overseas that, like again, can you continue to retain or attract the Jackie Youngs and co of the world? That's getting tough, but I haven't seen the Paul comments, so I can't really comment.
Awesome. Thanks, that's all I have.
Cool. Thank you.
Just a couple from me, lucky from the WNBL. Ryan, firstly, on the behalf of the media department, thank you for letting her get the triple-double.
I'm happy for you, thank you.
Secondly, Jaya, really impressive to see you guys after so many impressive games in NBL 1 with the Cougs, winning national champs and champions. From your point of view, how much does that experience in those high leverage games, playing alongside WNBL talents for and against, prepared you for this moment?
I think the more games I can play at a high level is going to help in any situation. So, yeah.
And Maley, you've seen her playing with the Redbacks, playing up against her. Is that something that really helps a young person's development, having those reps and getting that against people you recognise?
In NBL 1, is that what you're asking, sorry? Yeah, I mean, I think so. The ability to go find your confidence and take things that you learn in a WNBL season and then take it back to your NBL 1 club, I think that's really, really important. I mean, I did that for so many years when I wasn't playing in WNBL, years at Southside where I would, take it to them at practice and then go play my NBL 1 season and, shoot 25 shots a game, all those things. I think the connection is really important, and it does help you. It is a growth period for sure.
And Ryan, I mean, depth is always something you're going to take, so if this is something that can be consistent, is this feeling like you've got a couple more aces up your sleeve for finals than you anticipated? We'll take it. We always knew Jay could play defence, and obviously her shooting has coming along in leaps and bounds.
to have put that display on. So we flagged it before. Alira Photos last month has been really, really good. KJ is a young big we really, really believe in. So having those three, even like Maya Morris, her back end of the season has been really good. She was huge for us in Sydney and then again tonight. We thought her road trip was really good. So those are all great things. Generally, when it comes time to play finals, you generally go to a 7.5, 8-man rotation, and we clearly now have more than that. So again, great to have options, and just gives the coaching staff more headaches the next week.
That's all from me. Congrats, Bailey. And that's all.
Thanks.
Cool.